What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. And today we're going to be talking about the power-up passes that you get throughout leveling up with Madden 19 Ultimate Team. Now, the first thing that you need to know is this, right? A lot of you guys are asking, Gmia, how do we get power-up passes? As of now, you have to upgrade your MUT level in order to get them. Okay, so you get several of them as you start to go up. They vary in what you can actually replace the Core Elite for. So what I'm going to tell you right now is what I've been looking for. I've been doing some research, right? Trying to find the proper Core Elite. That would be the best case scenario for a lot of you guys that are either starting off or you just want to have a good second string player that's going to be decent, and it's Landon Collins. Now, you don't confuse it with the flashback. Okay, this is for his initial Core Elite. Okay, a lot of you guys don't seem to understand that there's a lot of different versions of cards, so you can't just put it anywhere. Okay, I gotta go back over here and I don't know why I just did that, but let's go back up here and do it. So yeah, he has two different variations, right? So look, this is the Core Elite that you can replace. So you're going to save 30K, all right? You're going to save about 30K. This is the flashback. This is not what you can replace. You will get an 87 power-up pass later or something like that as you go through, probably before you get to level 50. Right now, you can currently see that I'm at 42, okay? But for this one right here, you can skip the level up for the 82 overall. Now, let's go to the power-up pass, okay? So we can, I want to explain it thoroughly so that there's no need to have to, ask any further questions about it. We're going to go over to our binder. We're going to go over to collectibles, right? We're going to scroll down. We have two of them, right? Okay, so no, three of them? Okay, so you get these as you upgrade. Now, this is the 80 to 82 overall power-up pass, right? So because Landon Collins Core Elite, one of them is an 80 to 82, this is going to save you 30K, all right? So this is what you're going to need to be able to utilize the upgrades for Landon Collins. All right. Now, he's not a guy that I really care for because, like I said, I'm rocking with Berry. So I'm not really interested in doing it. But a lot of you guys that have these tier ones, you don't want to waste it. Now, that's a player, though, that I would recommend as a second string player because he's pretty glitchy. So what do you do? What would you have to do right now? Let's go through it. OK, we're going to go. This would be the first thing that you do. You would find his power up. Right now, I don't know why his power up is this expensive. This doesn't seem to make much sense to me. But it's usually around the prices of like 2,000 coins or whatever. I have no idea what these idiots are doing and why the price is like that. But he would be a guy that if you were able to get this for a reasonable amount, you would be able to power him up without any type of issue. Okay, because it'll show you the whole thing and you'll be able to get to that point with the 82. And then later on, after you use that one, later on, you would either have to get this 87 or wait until you get a power-up pass for the 87. But this power-up pass specifically is going to get you to a savings of 31K. All right. Now, again, I would not buy this power-up like that. He's available in a lot of the solos. Okay. So if you get this card right now while you're playing solos, I believe you get these power-up these power-up players in packs during the journey, and I got some during the gauntlet. So you could probably get this one because he was in some of my fantasy packs. So I guess now the prices are going up relatively higher with the way that it's being utilized. So you should make sure that you utilize everything in the proper fashion to make sure you save as many coins as possible. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to look to find other core elites that could also help you along your saving path, because obviously we want to make sure that we're saving a decent amount of coins no matter what we're doing. Okay, so what do you look for? You're going to be looking for the icon in the top left that shows that it's a power-up, okay? Now, like I showed you before with Landon Collins, okay, Amari Cooper is a guy that has, he has a base of 82. I wouldn't recommend him, though. When you look at his base card, right, the catching situation, he's probably not going to be able to catch a lot of passes in tight pressure situations. Last year, he was pretty garbage. All right, so we got to be honest about it and understand that he's probably not a guy that EA is going to lean towards unless you're probably in a weekend league game against an idiot, and then they'll throw it to Amari Cooper, and he'll catch it on you in quadruple coverage. But for somebody that's logical, that's playing the game, he's probably not going to benefit you. For people that don't care and just come out and do whatever they want, EA kind of helps them out a lot. All right, so this guy, I haven't seen him at all in MUT to start the year. That doesn't mean that people are not utilizing him. So be very, very careful with that situation. I want to make sure that everybody understands that. These are very, very key points to what you're supposed to actually, understand and do. Now, don't get it mixed up with the legend players. The legend players are different. Okay, you're not going to be able to get a power up pass for a legend player. That's not a core elite for a legend. So just make sure that you understand that. And then you can pretty much go through like Demaryius Thomas. I don't know why anybody would want to power him up. But if you feel like that's something that you want to do, go for it. But it really doesn't make sense to be able to do that with him being that type of player. Brent Grimes, he's another player that I don't see why you would do it. He's an 80 speed corner when they have guys like Randy Moss running around. You got Tyreek Hill. It's a lot of crazy things that are going on right now. So this wouldn't be smart. Okay, for the 80, I think, what is it, an 82 to 83? Let me go back and check. I think that was an 82 to 83 power pass. Maybe it was an 8. I don't think it's an 81, is it? I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page with that, because like the way the numbers change, I just want to make sure that I'm not leading you guys in the wrong spot, because I've had it for so long. Okay, it's 80 to 82. Okay, so that 83 wouldn't apply. It would apply to this one. Okay, if you were looking for another one, that 83, and you definitely don't want to waste it on this one. Okay, you definitely don't want to waste it on tier 2. Like, I'm sitting back waiting to see which cards I'm going to want for that, and that's why I still have them. But yeah, you don't want to do that. That would make absolutely zero sense. So as we focus on the 80 to 82, Landon Collins is probably the best bet. With the tier 2, it's very, very difficult, because what happens is you're going to want to go for like the 85s, all right? You're going to want, look, I have a couple players that I upgraded that had a core elite of an 85. Wasn't Bosa? I think Bosa was an 85 core elite, if I'm not mistaken. He was an 85. So let's go down to the 85s. I don't like that they have them all together. They need to separate this more, bro. Probably be more work for them, but like, it's just really ridiculous because the 84s are like intertwined in between. But I'm trying to look through. This guy right here is garbage. Devontae Adams. Just stay away from him at all costs. I'm just going to point that out as we go through it. But the 85s, who did I power up? I powered up one of these. Okay, Anthony Barr. Okay, but I didn't use my power-up pass on him. I think I used it on Bosa. Yeah, and I saved like 45K. At the time that I did Bosa's power-up pass, what happened was he was going for 50K. So his prices dropped about 5K, but he's still, in my opinion, when he's powered up to his 88 overall, he is probably the best left end in the game. Now, I know there are other left ends that are better than him, but what I'm saying is I can actually vouch for Bosa, okay, because he has a very, very good mixture of finesse and block. What is it? Is finesse and block shedding? I believe he has. We could go ahead and take a look at it real quick though while we're here, so we don't have to guess about it. Well, no, power moves. The block shedding doesn't really matter. It's the power moves and the finesse moves. As long as you have a very, very good high mixture of that, the player is going to react a lot differently. When block shedding comes in is when you play like an idiot that's running cover for a drop, and he doesn't send anybody, and then it's like it's the one guy that's rushing and he runs through your entire O-line and sacks you. That's a guy that's OP with block shedding. And, even though that's not supposed to happen, and EA has been made aware of it over the last couple of years, it is still something that happens. When the block shedding is OP, they will get around your entire offensive line and eventually sack you. So just keep that in mind. Don't get too frustrated by it. I've been, slowly calming myself down because it's been really, really bad over the first weekend league. Dudes are just running right through your line, running cover for a drop. So it's going to be another year in which cover for a drop is just really ridiculous. But what you're going to need to do when you come against an opponent like that is run draw plays out of any formation. The draw play deters the one idiot that's coming in to sack you. And because it looks as if it's a passing play, everybody that's in coverage drops back initially, and then it opens up the entire field. Now, it is a lot more time consuming, and it's going to be a lot more frustrating for a lot of us, but we have to adjust. Because if we don't adjust, what's going to happen is we're going to lose a lot more games, because the way that the coverages is, you can beat it in like trips and, running a lot of crossing routes, but it's just very, very annoying. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that for the most part, that's the only time that block shedding is really a key. So with the 83s to 85s, that's a guy that I would recommend, Bosa. And like I said, I'm still not disappointed at all. Miles Jack, I've been hearing really, really good things about him, right? So I'm thinking about doing something, as far as upgrading with him. Obviously, you can see right there, I got a dude that's garbage. The problem is I'm not going to really utilize my left outside linebacker, because at my middle linebacker position, I have, the Mutt Master Ryan Shazier that I'm continuously upgrading. And I have Brian Urlacher, 87 All Hall of Fame. So I don't know if I want to spend money right now and put another card just to get overall status. That's not really what I'm looking to do right now. Okay, so those are just some ideas of what's actually going on. Now I'm going to actually go into the actual set where you do the power up, and I'm going to give you the examples of what I just showed with Joey Bosa. All right, we're going to go over to my defense, and I'm going to go down to Joey Bosa, And from this screen, I'm going to press the square button. If you're on Xbox, you're going to be pressing the X button, okay? And then what's going to happen is I'm going to show you right here. Where does it show it? Where's this item? Okay, here it is right here. The Joey Bosa Core Elite item. Now, when you click on this, it's going to say wild card, right? It doesn't matter that it says wild card. Wild card just means any version of the card. It could be a Nat Joey Bosa 85, or it could be one that's you got from the auction house. That's all that wild card means. A couple of you guys were nervous about that, like, bro, where do I get it? I don't know what's going on. No, please. No, it's not. That's not really necessary. You will be fine. Don't worry about it. Just put in the Core Elite. So for me, I put in the 85 PowerUp Pass and went right to Joey Bosa. You know what I'm saying? Just went right away to what he was supposed to be. Now with this one, you either have to add training or you have to have picked him out of the campaign solos when you first went through as your defensive player, which was very, very tough. But I have a video in this playlist showing you guys what I chose and why I chose Joey Bosa as a defensive player, because picking up from last year, this dude was a monster last year. And like I said, it's the finesse moves and the power moves, because he can do a mixture of both, that makes him so deadly. So that's the secret to getting the best defensive lineman in the game. And that's the secret to understanding the PowerUp Passes and how you should use it, and just make smarter decisions with the ones that you use. And again, the tier 1, you have to be very, very careful how you utilize it, simply because I believe that Landon Collins is the best case scenario. But as you can see, the PowerUp action that's going on right now is really, really bad as far as his 68 overall. So let me go back and show you the solos that I was talking about if you're not a grinder. Or maybe you're a person that already rage sold them. Because I believe that let me go ahead and look at my power-ups really quickly, because I got so many of them from doing solos, and I know Landon Collins was part of it, but I probably didn't pick him because I'm going for Eric Berry. Like, why am I not going for Eric Berry at this point? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, right? So as you look through it, what we can see is this. We can find, okay, hold on. Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Zach Martin, all these guys. We don't care about Carson Wentz, Harrison Smith, Aaron Donald, Malcolm Butler. Okay, so we probably got rid of him. Okay, we probably got rid of that power-up, or we didn't choose them out of our wildcard pack. But throughout playing the solos, you're going to get a lot of those free power-ups. If you're not going to power up Landon Collins, sell it. Okay? And when I say sell it, right now, I just showed you those prices. There are people that are literally spending that money right now for that. Like, people are really running around like bumbling idiots and really doing that. So you're going to need, when you're playing the journey, you get a lot of, you're going to get a few of those fantasy packs. Gauntlet, I got some, and that was it. I might have got something out of the campaign solos, but I don't remember because it was so long ago. But I know I got some out of these two. So if you've already finished it, maybe you already picked another card other than Landon Collins, then you know what I'm saying, you just don't got it. It's not a big deal. I did the same thing. Who knew that this price was going to get like that? Do I think the value of it is worth it? I don't. I would go after somebody else. I would not spend ridiculous money on a power-up because it doesn't make any sense to do that. I would just keep the card regular till the prices go down. And I would just move on. You know what I'm saying? Just do whatever. But he probably is a good budget card to just power up from the base and get it to as far as you need it to. But like I said, with that tier 1, that you're going to save $30K. If you're a New York Giant fan, you want Landon Collins, he is a stud. And he's already looking in regular season mode from the preseason games. But that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is that's the way that you should utilize it moving forward. And you should always go to the auction house and gauge the ranges of the overalls and what you're willing to use it for, because the savings are going to vary, but you want to still make the best decision so you don't regret it later. I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys enjoy your day. Any other questions or comments, you know what to do. Tweet me at GmiasWorld on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, social media. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.